Did you know that every 30 seconds, someone in the world loses a limb due to poor circulation and preventable complications? I didn't, until it happened to my own grandmother. If she had only known about these 16 critical foods, she might still be dancing at family gatherings today instead of being confined to a wheelchair. Before I reveal these potentially life-saving foods, hit that subscribe button and turn on notifications, because what I'm about to share could save you or someone you love from a devastating fate. And if you know anyone over 60, share this video with them immediately. Their mobility might depend on it. The medical establishment doesn't want you to know this, but leg amputations due to circulatory problems are skyrocketing among seniors, with over 54% of these cases being potentially preventable through proper nutrition and early intervention. Let me ask you, would you rather spend 5 minutes learning about these foods now, or years regretting that you didn't? Drop a comment below with the word circulation, so I know you're serious about protecting yourself and your loved ones. Now, let's dive into the 16 critical foods my grandmother never knew about, but you will. When my grandmother first complained about tingling in her feet, none of us thought much of it. The doctors prescribed medication, but nobody talked about nutrition. 3 years later, she lost both legs below the knee due to advanced peripheral artery disease and diabetic complications. What breaks my heart most is knowing now that simple dietary changes could have made all the difference. The first group of foods contains something called omega-3 fatty acids, which are absolute miracle workers for your blood vessels. These compounds help reduce inflammation, prevent blood clotting, and keep your arteries flexible. 3 things my grandmother desperately needed. Food number 1: wild-caught salmon. This isn't just any fish, it's a circulation superfood that contains the perfect ratio of EPA and DHA omega-3s that your blood vessels crave. Just 2 servings per week can improve blood flow by up to 53%, according to research from the American Heart Association. My grandmother never ate seafood, a decision that may have contributed to her fate. If you're still watching, give this video a thumbs up and comment below. Have you eaten salmon this week? Your answer might reveal more than you think about your circulation health. Food number 2: walnuts. These brain-shaped powerhouses contain alpha-linolenic acid, a plant-based omega-3 that can reduce your risk of peripheral artery disease by up to 43%. Just a handful daily could have given my grandmother's circulation the boost it desperately needed. Food number 3: flax seeds. These tiny seeds pack a massive circulatory punch. Ground flax seeds can lower dangerous LDL cholesterol by up to 18%, clearing the path for better blood flow to those precious legs. My grandmother's generation didn't know about flax seeds, but now you do. The next category of foods contains natural nitrates that dilate your blood vessels, allowing more life-giving blood to flow through them, something my grandmother's legs were literally dying for. Food number 4: beets. These ruby red roots contain unique compounds that convert to nitric oxide in your body, widening blood vessels and potentially decreasing blood pressure by 4 to 10 mmHg in just a few hours. My grandmother hated beets, a simple taste preference that may have contributed to her leg loss. At this point, I need to ask, are you taking notes? Because this information isn't widely shared, and it could mean the difference between mobility and disability in your golden years. Comment taking notes if you're serious about protecting your circulation. Food number 5: dark leafy greens. Spinach, kale, and arugula are like medicine for your arteries. The nitrates and antioxidants in these greens can improve endothelial function. That's the lining of your blood vessels, by up to 24% in just 7 days. My grandmother only ate iceberg lettuce, which has virtually none of these benefits. Food number 6: garlic. This pungent bulb contains allicin, which increases blood flow and prevents plaque buildup in arteries. Studies show that regular garlic consumption can improve leg pain while walking by up to 67% in people with circulation problems. My grandmother avoided garlic because of its strong smell, a simple preference that may have cost her dearly. The third group focuses on antioxidant-rich foods that prevent oxidative damage to your blood vessels, damage that silently accumulated in my grandmother's legs for decades before showing any symptoms. Food number 7: blueberries. These small berries are circulation giants. packed with anthocyanins that strengthen capillary walls and improve blood flow to extremities. Research shows they can improve vascular function by up to 28% within just 6 weeks. My grandmother chose sugary desserts instead of berries, a common but devastating mistake. If you've made it this far, you clearly care about your health. Hit that like button and subscribe if you haven't already. This information could save your legs and your life. Food number 8. Dark chocolate with at least 70% cocoa. The flavanols in dark chocolate can make arteries more flexible and improve blood flow by up to 42% according to studies from Harvard Medical School. My grandmother only ate milk chocolate, which lacks these crucial compounds. Food number 9. Pomegranates. This ancient fruit contains unique polyphenols that may reverse atherosclerosis, the hardening of arteries that led to my grandmother is amputations. Just 8 ounces of pomegranate juice daily could have improved her blood flow by up to 30%. Now, let's talk about vitamin C, not just for colds, but for saving legs. Vitamin C strengthens the walls of your blood vessels and prevents the microscopic damage that can lead to circulatory collapse. Food number 10. Oranges and other citrus fruits. These vitamin C powerhouses strengthen capillary walls and reduce inflammation. Just 1 orange daily provides 100% of your daily vitamin C needs. My grandmother rarely ate fresh fruit, a simple habit that contributed to her circulatory decline. Food number 11. Bell peppers, especially the red ones. They contain more vitamin C than oranges and add crucial antioxidants that protect blood vessels from damage. My grandmother cooked most vegetables until their nutrients were depleted, another critical mistake. At this halfway point, I want to ask, who in your life needs this information right now? Tag them in the comments or share this video directly. You might just save their legs. Now for some powerful spices that act like natural blood thinners and anti-inflammatories. Nature's circulation medication that my grandmother never knew about. Food number 12. Ginger. This spicy root increases circulation to the extremities and reduces dangerous blood clotting, the exact issues that led to my grandmother's amputations. Just 1 teaspoon of fresh ginger daily could improve peripheral circulation by up to 23%. Food number 13. Turmeric. The curcumin in turmeric reduces inflammation in blood vessels and improves endothelial function by up to 65% according to studies. My grandmother's generation used salt and pepper only, missing out on these medicinal spices that could have saved her legs. Proper protein sources also play a crucial role in leg health, providing the building blocks for vessel repair without the dangerous fats that clogged my grandmother's arteries. Food number 14. Lean poultry like chicken and turkey. These provide necessary protein for vessel repair without the saturated fats that can clog arteries. My grandmother ate fatty cuts of meat daily, a common practice in her generation that proved disastrous for her circulation. Food number 15. Legumes like beans and lentils. These fiber-rich foods remove cholesterol from the bloodstream before it can stick to artery walls. They also stabilize blood sugar, crucial for preventing the diabetic complications that contributed to my grandmother's amputations. She rarely ate beans, considering them poor people's food, a prejudice that may have cost her mobility. And finally, food number 16. Perhaps the most underestimated yet critical element for circulation, plain water. Proper hydration thins the blood and improves flow to extremities by up to 53%. My grandmother's generation didn't prioritize water consumption, often going entire days drinking only coffee and tea, a simple oversight with catastrophic consequences. Now, I want you to take a moment and look down at your legs. Wiggle your toes. Feel grateful for the mobility you have right now, mobility my grandmother lost forever. But don't just feel grateful. Take action. Which of these 16 foods will you add to your diet starting today? Comment below with your choice. The tragedy of my grandmother's story is that her amputations were likely preventable. The tingling and numbness she experienced years before were warning signs that proper nutrition might have addressed. By the time she developed visible ulcers on her feet, it was already too late. I often wonder how different her final years might have been if she had known about these 16 foods. Would she still have been able to walk in her garden, dance at my wedding, play with her great-grandchildren? These are questions I'll never have answers to, but you still have time to write a different story for yourself. If you know someone who's experiencing tingling, numbness, or coldness in their extremities, share this video with them immediately. These are the early warning signs my grandmother ignored. Signs that proper nutrition might still address before it's too late. Before I wrap up, I need to emphasize, while these foods can dramatically improve circulation, they work best when combined with regular movement, proper medical care, and avoiding circulation killers like smoking and excessive sitting. My grandmother's generation didn't have this knowledge, but now you do. If you've made it this far, you clearly care about your health and the health of your loved ones. Hit that subscribe button if you haven't already, and turn on notifications so you never miss life-saving information like this. Give this video a thumbs up so it reaches more people who might need it. In my next video, I'll be sharing the 7-day meal plan that could have saved my grandmother's legs, complete with delicious recipes using all 16 foods we've discussed today. It's the exact plan I now prepare for my mother, who was showing the same early warning signs my grandmother had. Until next time, this is a reminder that what you eat today determines how and if you'll walk tomorrow.